Power Virtuoso with Greatsword is finally viable. This is a really strong pick for DPS option in PvE in group content. It's very fast paced, very fun to play, and you don't need to have Janthir Wilds to play the spear. It can be played with only EOD. This build is very strong as a power build. It has amazing burst, crazy defenses backed into the kit as well, and very nice range. This build is almost as good as the spear build. It's not even 1k DPS less. It's really good. So be sure to give it a try if you're a Greatsword enjoyer or if you don't have Janthir Wilds. Greatsword for the win. If you're interested, be sure to watch the whole video to not miss out how to play this. And now, without much further ado, let's jump right in. This build is a slight variation from my already previously released Spear Virtuoso, Power Virtuoso build. Be sure to check that out in the link in the description or the top right hand corner. It is a little bit less DPS, but has the option to be more ranged and therefore has more damage uptime. So for gear, you want to go full Berserker with Dragon Hunter rune on your armor. You want to roll Greatsword and Dagger Sword on the other hand with Berserker as well. And your trinkets are also Berserker. If you can afford infusions, you would go with power infusions. But of course, that's not necessary. For your relic, you want to go with Relic of Fireworks, just the most damaging option. For your sigils, you want to go with Force and Accuracy on both weapon sets. Just very straightforward, very easy, full Berserker, and you will be good. Of course, try to go for the highest Shadebot core that you can afford. It gives you the most damage because of Virtuoso, we will get to that. So try to go for Shadebot core tier 10 because you get the most damage out of that. If you want to play this build without the dagger in the main hand, you can swap the dagger to sword and you can play sword in the offhand, but you will lose some damage and you will also lose some range pressure. But it's a very valid pick as well. You don't need Soto or Janthir Wilds to play it. Really nice for people that don't have all expansions. Now let's talk about the food and the utility consumables. So for food, you want to go with Cilantro Lime Sweet Steaks, just the most damaging option, and you get some nice healing on top. It gives some nice healing and some nice damage increase. If you can't afford the ascended version, you go for bowls of sweet and spicy butternut squash soup, just the same amount of stats without the lifesteal, very useful. For utility consumables, you want to go with Superior Sharpening Stones or something that gives similar stats. When it comes to the traits, you want to go with Domination, Dueling, and Virtuoso. In Domination, you actually take the top trait because you're now using Greatsword and don't use the Empowered Illusions, which you would do with you have Spear, because this will gives now 2 Phantasms, which is obviously a very nice DPS increase, and also the Mirror Blade, so the 2 skill will actually deal some more damage. So overall, very important. Then you'll get some nice vulnerability and damage increase, more damage increase, and even more damage increase. This is a very good trait, don't underestimate it, because it's also making your CC skills, like your F3, your Illusionary Wave and stuff, remove boons. So not only your Phantasmal Disenchanter will remove boons, but also your CC skills can be very useful in fractals, for example, or bosses or open world fights where you actually have boons on your foes. Really good. Then you have Dueling, just some nice DPS, you get some nice Vigor when you critically hit, you give some nice Fury to your Phantasms, you get some nice Ferocity increase and recharge reduction on your sword skills, you get some nice 50% Fury uptime just baseline from you as a DPS, that's really nice, help your support out. And also your personal Fury is 100%, that's really good if you don't get script, and just a lot of damage from this trait. In Virtuoso, you get access to your Blade Songs that are ranged shatters with a cast. You also get some nice damage increase. You get some vulnerability and another damage increase when you cast your shatters. You get some nice Fury, but more importantly, you will also cast the Phantasmal Blade, which is actually the most damaging skill on this build. Whenever you cast a Phantasm, you actually shoot a blade at your target, and you will do that so consistently that this is the most damaging skill overall. So be aware of that. That's why we use this trait to actually get more Phantasms out that shoot double the blades, so it's really strong. Just then Fury gives you 15% more crit chance, that's why it's so easy to crit cap on a Virtuoso, and you get Ferocity based on your Vitality, and that's why you want to have the Shadebot core tier 10 if you can afford it, because you get more Vitality with that, and then you get more damage because of the Ferocity, so really good. And then of course damaging trait with Infinite Forge, and refunds blades when you cast it with 5 blades, so always try to use 5 blades when you cast it to actually get 2 back. For the healing skill, always use Signet of Ether, because it's not only healing you, but it's also resetting all your illusions. So your Force skill on your Greatsword and your Phantasmal Disenchanter, as well as the Phantasmal Swordsman. But you typically use it on your Greatsword to get the Phantasmal Berserker back, but we will talk about it in the rotation. Then we have Phantasmal Disenchanter, some very nice damage, or is also unblockable and removes boons, so that's really nice. Then you get some nice AoE skill with the Rain of Swords, just crazy damage AoE. And then you have an instant cast when you cast it once mantra that deals some nice damage and also can help with vulnerability uptime. Always use it when there's 2 charges so that you can use it instantly. Really nice. And then you have 1000 cuts. This is really helpful. Just very nice unblockable instant cast damage. Can be really strong in almost any situations. If you need more damage, go for that. If you need more CC, go for more. It's really, really strong as well. If you need stealth for whatever reason, you can go for mass invisibility. You can swap the Rain of Sword and the Mantra of Pain for whatever you need. More CC with Psychic Force. You can go for Blink. You can go for a Portal if you need to port your allies. You can even go for stability if you really need to help your allies out. So there are a lot of options here. You can even go for invulnerability. There are a lot of options, a very strong kit, but I would say this is the most damaging setup, of course. On your Greatsword, you have some nice knockback, use it when you need CC. Other than that, of course, the 2 and the 3 skill, some nice damage. The 4 skill is obviously the most important skill on this set, because it's creating 2 phantasms that deal a lot of damage, remove boons, and you have some nice just blade generation for your shatters. On the other hand, you have, of course, ranged attacks as well. Together with the Greatsword, you're fully ranged, so to say. You have your 5 skill that gives some nice heavy damage. You have a block that you can use, also double tap if you want to get some nice ace going. This skill is really underrated. It's really good in a lot of situations. It's not in the rotation, so use it reactively. Really helpful, especially if you can, for example, block something and then evade an attack. You don't have to actually use your distortion or even your normal dodge. It's really helpful. Then you have your 3 skill, really strong damage, and your 2 skill as well to create some more blades. Other than that, of course, the auto attacks both ranged, use them on your target, and especially if you have to move and do mechanics and stuff, use the auto attacks and all your skills because they are ranged. When it comes to rotation, it's quite straightforward. You want to start on your Sword Dagger set, and you want to cast your Phantasmal Disenchanter into your Phantasmal Swordsman and your Unstable Bladesong into Blade Call, and then you want to cast Bladesong Harmony and Weapon Swap. On the Greatsword, you want to cast Murmur Blade. While you do that, you will want to use 2000 cuts and the instant cast of your mantra. And then you instantly go and use the Phantasmal Berserker. Reset with your Signet of Ether. Use the Phantasmal Berserker again. And use the Phantasmal Disenchanter. After that, you just use your Shatter skills whenever you have 5 blades. Especially F2 to F5 to actually upkeep the Firework Relics. They count as well. And when the Weapon Swap is about to come off, you finish with 1 Phantasmal Berserker and swap the weapons. You instantly cast your Phantasmal Swordsman, Unstable Bladesong and Blade Call, and then again you follow the procedure. Whenever you have your F skills up, use it when there are 5 blades and prioritize your F1, but always try to upkeep the Fireworks Relic with the other shatters as well. And of course use your Rain of Swords if you don't have anything else to do, and always use your Signet of Ether recharge on your Greatsword if your Phantasmal Disenchanter is also off cooldown. It's really important that you always use your Phantasmal Berserker and Disenchanter before the Signet so that you get the full value of it. Other than that, just follow this loop and always try to use, of course, your elite skill whenever it comes up. You can see in the background it's really fun to play, it's really fast paced, you will always top DPS because you're ranged, you have really classic power burst. It's really, really, really good. Don't underestimate the strength of this Greatsword build. You don't need to have Spear to actually be top DPS. So I hope you enjoyed this build. If you did, be sure to leave a like and subscribe for more content like this. Thanks a lot for watching. Thanks to all my supporters on YouTube, Twitch and Patreon. Thanks Malice, Lane, Timo. Thanks for your support and I hope to see you all in the next video.